Under the cover of night, they left the city behind. They traveled far, crossing rugged mountains, until at last they placed the child upon a cold stone and turned back. Upon a cold and barren stone, an innocent child lay helpless, weak from hunger and despair. At times he would feebly suck his tiny fingers, seeking comfort against the gnawing emptiness within. At times his cries would echo through the desolate mountains, unanswered. 2 days and nights passed thus, with no soul to hear his weeping. On the 3rd day, the mighty simorgh, queen of all birds, soared from her lofty nest in search of prey. She swept across the skies, her sharp gaze scanning the rugged earth below, and there, by fate's design, she beheld the forsaken infant. In that sacred moment, the Almighty stirred compassion in her vast heart. The simorgh descended swiftly, gathered the helpless child in her talons, and bore him gently back to her nest high among the clouds. Her own young, ravenous with hunger, rushed toward what they believed to be a meal. But the simorgh shielded the boy with her mighty wings and spoke with a voice like the wind over the mountains. My children, lay no claw upon this innocent soul. I found him alone, abandoned and starving amidst these cruel peaks. Know that he is under my protection, and none shall harm him. And so the years turned, silent and swift. The child grew. She fed him with care, taught him the speech of men, and imparted to him all the wisdom and knowledge hidden in the world. In time, she named him Dastan. By day, Dastan would roam the rugged mountains, swift as the deer and sharp-eyed as the hawk. At times he hunted the wild game. At times he sat and pondered the mysteries of the earth and sky. Thus, through hardship and learning, he grew into a young man mighty and strong, a warrior born of stone, storm, and ancient wisdom. One day, as fate would have it, a caravan passed along the foothills of Mount Alborz. Among the travelers, one man caught sight of something wondrous, the great nest of the simorgh perched high upon the summit. He called out to his companions, his voice full of awe, "Look, friends, behold the nest of the simorgh." All heads turned, and the travelers gazed upward. There, upon the craggy peak, they beheld not only the legendary nest, but also a tall young man standing beside it, his hair as white as snow, gleaming in the sun. The caravan pressed onward, journeying from city to city, and wherever they went, they spoke of the sight they had seen, the mighty simorgh's nest, and the white-haired youth standing proud upon the mountain. In time this tale spread far and wide, carried from tongue to tongue, until it reached the ears of Sam the champion. Hearing of the youth with hair like silver, Sam was seized by a powerful memory, the memory of the infant son he had once abandoned, a child born with hair as white as frost. He pondered deeply and said to himself, could this white-haired youth be my long-lost son? While still lost in thought, Sam was visited by a dream one night. In his dream, a man riding a noble steed approached him and spoke with a voice of great joy. "O champion, rejoice, for your son lives." Sam awoke, heart pounding with hope and wonder. He wasted no time and sought the counsel of a wise old sage, telling him the dream in full. The sage listened, and then spoke solemnly. "O mighty Sam, even beasts of the wild, the lion, the wolf, and the leopard, cherish their young and raise them with love. Yet you abandoned your own child upon the cold mountain. This was a grave sin. Pray now for forgiveness with a sincere heart, and set forth to Mount Alborz. Be certain your son lives still by the grace of the heavens." Sam, filled with sorrow and hope, asked,
"But how? How could my helpless infant have survived alone in the wilderness?"
The old man replied, his voice calm and full of ancient wisdom. "If it is the will of the Almighty that one should live, then neither heat nor cold, neither loneliness nor hardship can bring him harm. Even the beasts of the earth and the birds of the sky shall be made to serve his survival. For when the heavens decree life, the whole of creation becomes a guardian." Sam summoned the mighty warriors of his host, and one by one they gathered each heart ablaze with the fire of destiny. With Sam at their head, they set forth toward heights of Mount Alborz. High above, at the very summit of the mountain, the legendary nest of the simorgh was revealed. And there, beside the ancient nest, stood a tall youth, his hair as white as the mountain's snow-vision that spoke of fate and eternal wonder. When Sam beheld the sight of his son, his heart overflowed with gratitude, and he praised the Almighty with trembling voice. Long had he mourned, long had he yearned, and now the child he had once lost stood before him, alive and strong. He stepped forward, eager to climb the mountain and bring his son down with him. But the cliffs were steep, and the nest of the simorgh lay far beyond reach, nestled in the clouds. With no path to ascend, Sam raised his hands toward the heavens and cried, "O Lord of all creation, return my son to me. He is the blood of my blood, the soul I cast away in ignorance." From her lofty perch atop the mountain, the simorgh gazed down and saw Sam and his warriors gathered far below. She understood at once they had come for Dastan.
Persian Pixels dreams unfold, stories of magic, brave and bold. Persian Pixels dünyayı çaldı, بسهم بساز با نور و آرزو. با ما بیا دنیا به سرزمین